Today, we're going to be talking about 3 money myths that you have to stop believing in 2026. It's a brand new year, it's brand new you, so let's get started. 3 money beliefs I see women repeat over and over again, and they're the exact beliefs that quietly keep you overwhelmed, behind, and ashamed. Here's the real tea: you're not bad with money, you were just taught to believe that. The very first one is the belief that you have to have more money in order to get anywhere with your goals, so you just don't start at all. I know what you're thinking. When you see $5 and you're like, what good can that do? I thought the same thing. In the world we live in today, with the cost of everything so high, it can feel like an uphill battle and that your dollars don't do anything for you. It's not the $5 today that's the issue. It's what $5 can do for you in the future over time with the right tools. So this is a negative limiting money belief. Somewhere along the line, you told yourself a repeating story that you'll always be poor, that you'll never have enough. I used to say the same thing to myself. So you might as well stay where you are forever, right? Listen, that's defeatist and you're holding yourself back literally. Here's the way that we're going to combat these myths is through proof. Have you ever heard of someone called Ronald Reed? He worked as a janitor and a gas station attendant in Vermont. He probably never made more than $20 an hour his entire life. He actually passed away in 2014 at 92 years old, and the entire town was shocked to find out that not only was good old Ron a millionaire, he was a multi-millionaire. He had $8 million. He didn't do anything extraordinary. He didn't win the lottery. He didn't come from money. He was just a humble guy who chopped his own firewood, drove the same car year after year. But paycheck after paycheck, he invested his $5 literally over and over and over again. And he built up a fortune. That's what the proof is. He made choices. He chose to save where he could and invested his money to grow over decades. Before you tell me that $5 doesn't do anything for you, you can buy an exchange traded fund for as little as you want. You buy it, you hold it, you keep buying over and over and over again each paycheck. Now, I'm not telling you what to buy, but in my investments, one of my staples is called VOO. It stands for the Vanguard S&P 500 Index Fund that tracks the performance of the 500 top companies in the US. This is so easy to do. I'll do it first. I'll show you how easy this is. So watch me. You can literally invest anywhere. Charles Schwab, Robinhood, Webull, just start investing. Okay. I know you're not a man living in Vermont. You don't have the same opportunities as the boomer generation. I get it. Inflation's at an all-time high. I'm feeling the same thing. Everything is so expensive that there's no way anyone is making money investing right now. Well, here's the second proof. Let's take me, for example, and let's look at just 1 year. You don't have to wait decades. I actually started a separate investment account at the beginning of this year, and I've steadily been investing on an average of about $53 per paycheck. As of November 3rd, when I'm actually filming this, I put $1,175 in total of my own money. Here's the crazy thing. My account today has a balance of $1,294. It's only been 10 months since I've started investing in this new account, and I've made $120. That's nearly 10% on my money. So tell me, where else are you going to get 10% interest on average? And I hear you. You're saying it's probably in something really risky, or maybe it's in crypto. Nope. I have very simple exchange traded index funds. I did my own research to buy these. Not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy. You've probably heard this a few times. The stock market doesn't always go up, but over time it has averaged a 10% growth rate. There are so many women who think a small amount of money won't do anything. But if you want wealth, you have to do something to get it. You have your proof. Now you just have to start telling yourself that you can do it too, even if it's just $5 at a time. Everything has to start from something, even if it's something small. So here's my challenge to you for this myth. I challenge you to find $5 in your budget this week. Open an investment account that's easy to get to, deposit money into an index fund that you've researched and you feel comfortable with, and then buy it, and then do it again the next paycheck, and again the next paycheck after that. Keep doing that, and then check it in 5 years. I'm going to already say you're welcome now, because you're going to see that money grow and compound over time. The second myth is I have to invest or save perfectly, or I should just not do it at all. This is a perfection trap. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Life is going to happen and you have to shift your plans all the time. When does anything ever work out perfectly? I just married the love of my life. Just 2 hours before our ceremony, our DJ canceled on us. But you know what? It was still perfect in every single way. We were able to pivot and we had an even better time when our friend attached their Spotify playlist to the speaker system and we danced the night away. Life is going to happen. If you have a spending plan and something happens, say your car has an emergency repair, your kid gets sick, or your paycheck is less than you expected, your plans are going to have to shift because maybe you can't save what you hoped for. Maybe you can't invest what you thought you were going to be able to invest. Repeat after me. It's really okay. And here's the proof. You know what's funny? In my weight loss journey, I would be super strict with myself. I told myself a story. I said that I couldn't lose weight if I cheated on my diet ever. I had to be perfect all the time. I had to eat the exact same things every single day. I couldn't have dinner until I exercised. And I was stalling every few weeks. And you know what actually helped me move the needle again? Eating more, having pizza, getting a glass of wine. Yeah, crazy. I had to stop beating myself up because our bodies weren't meant to have a perfect diet. We were meant to have lazy days when we're sick. We are meant to slow down. We have a cycle, so does money. If you have to deviate from your plan for any reason, it doesn't mean you failed. It means the plan's just changed. The plan is still there. The goals are still there. They're still achievable. But just like a health journey, you just have to get right back on track. And for money, you just reconfigure your next paycheck. Because you're doing your best consistently, you will end up getting results. You just will. Imperfect action will beat perfect inaction. So here's my challenge to you. The next time your finances get derailed, practice telling yourself that it will be okay. You have to tell your brain that you're all right and everything will be fine. Over time, your anxious response will start to get quieter and then you can get back on track the next paycheck. It's also okay not to play catch up. You don't need to stress yourself out with the next paycheck and squeeze yourself even further to hit your goals. It is okay just to start again fresh the next paycheck and move forward as if nothing ever happened. You will still reach your goals even if you miss a few weeks or months. The very third myth is I'm not good with numbers. I actually looked up some investing statistics specifically for women. The Motley Fool has an article called Women and Investing Statistics for 2025, and I found some really interesting things. But before I get into that, do you remember your grandmother or even your mom controlling the finances of the household? Women have been running finances for generations. I can remember when I was a little girl, my own mom was in charge of grocery shopping and she was fierce when it came to the shopping budget. That's your first proof. Think of something when you were a child or in your generational line of where a woman in your history handled money. I bet you can think of at least one. The second proof is women who invest actually achieve better investment returns than men. And this is coming from the Motley Fool article. So why is that? Well, women are more risk averse. We're more likely to see slow and steady investment gains over time. We don't jump onto popular things unless we understand it and we're comfortable with it. We're less likely to change our approach to our investing when the market gets a little, roller coastery, which happens. Typically, when that does happen, we will typically decrease our investments, not invest as much during market downtimes. We also don't trade as often. We are buy and hold type of investors, which sounds about right to me because I do the same thing. We're in it for the long run. Am I scared of the stock market? Not anymore. At first I was, and you might be feeling the same kind of anxiety. But aren't we usually afraid of something when it's brand new? The longer you're in the market, investing every paycheck, eventually it just becomes routine, like paying a bill or buying groceries. And if you need even more proof, women outnumber men when it comes to working with numbers, specifically as an accountant or an auditor like me. Copilot Search says that in the United States, approximately 59.7% of all accountants and auditors are women. So there you go. So here's my last challenge to you to beat this myth. Numbers don't have to be scary, especially when they're your own, because that means you can control it. The number one thing here is to get comfortable with your finances. Get familiar with how much income you make, how much you spend, what your bills are, what you splurge on, and really understand your behaviors. You might not even know things that are sabotaging you until you really get to know yourself and figure out why you do something that keeps you stuck. If any one of these beliefs hit home today, I want you to spend 5 minutes minutes journaling on this question. What will be possible for me if I stopped believing this myth about money? Your financial confidence starts with rewriting your inner money story, but first you have to know what it is. I encourage you to sign up for my waiting list, the Fearless Financial Blueprint. It's designed for successful women who are trying to learn what's going on with your money mindset to find better habits, learn more about your money, how you handle retirement and emergency fund savings, and so on. I help you figure out how to build your big, amazing financial goals. Sis, change those money beliefs, even if it's $5 at a time. Your future self is thanking you. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.